one take only so that I can actually upload some content. And I'd really want to start off by introducing myself. My name is Gilbert, and I really haven't posted anything on this channel for the past 4 years, since 2019. And because I did not have the time to actually post any content concerning animations, because 2020 we had a COVID, and during the COVID I actually had to re-strategize and actually find myself doing something else instead of continuing with my animation. So the reason why I want to do a live is because I'm hoping that I may get to interact with a few of the subscribers that I've gained since 2019, because I actually saw that, to my surprise, 1,706 people subscribed to this channel, and actually took their time to watch the animation short that I actually posted. Excuse me, because if the audio is not okay, it is because I'm shooting from my phone. I don't have any microphone at the moment, but I think I will be working towards the direction of actually getting better equipment, because I really want to invest more in this channel, and I really want to have more content on this channel. And the reason again, Mona, okay, the reason why. Uh, so I'm hoping to see anyone. If anybody can access this live, please comment in the section if you're watching it live, or if you're watching at a later date. Please comment, and I really want to start interacting with a lot of my followers and really getting a compass towards where this channel will be going. And I really want to make it a very broad channel, because I've been doing a lot of things in the sabbatical that I've taken, and I really have found a wholesome experience. And I really want to get interactive with a lot of guys, and I really want to expand my network. Because I actually think this is a very good gift that you guys have given me, because I've always wanted an outlet to actually express myself and express my art in all the ways possible. I think moving forward, I'm actually going to really, really give my time to this platform that you guys have given me, and I really want to also meet other creatives who are actually in this journey, and I really want to interact and know what are the challenges and how you are actually maneuvering through the challenges, especially if you are from the continent, or from the continent of Africa, because I find that a lot of our challenges are not really across. Uh, a lot of our challenges are more personalized as compared to those those creatives who are actually living abroad, because our constraints are more different, and the biggest of the constraints is actually the financial constraints. So we actually really find it quite challenging to maneuver the space. But I think we still have something to offer, and I think I've met actually a few people who've interacted and had conversations pertaining the creative space, and I find that we really have a lot to offer. And despite the fact that we might not have uh, the equipment at our disposal as much as other people do in other continents or in other countries who are better privileged than we are, but we still are really giving it a good try. And for me, I think I personally have taken an initiative to actually teach myself, and also make sure that I've given everyone the opportunity to actually learn from what I know. And a lot of creatives and a lot of people who are actually daring to pursue creativity or art in that sense are really, really lacking the infrastructure. But I think as at now, after COVID, if I can call it post COVID, I've actually seen that a lot of people are actually starting to actually make this a career and actually make this something that they really want to pursue. And I think it's actually good because I actually do consider this time as a renaissance period for us who live in Africa, because at only this point is when we're actually starting to discover our potential. And this is actually a good time because now we can actually express ourselves to the world almost in real time. And we actually appreciate that. So, because I can actually see from my followers, most of my followers are actually from abroad. And this is actually good because now you guys can actually see what this other side of life is actually going through. And I really am going to consciously do a lot of creative work and post it in this channel because I really want that cross culture criticism, because I actually know that with that flavor I might actually improve tremendously, because that is what I'm looking for. And that was my first point. I really wanted to just introduce myself and to bring myself back into the creativity space and actually try and figure out how I will maneuver in the coming times. And I really want to grow, and in this time I really want to maintain my consistency in content production, because I really want to continue producing content at a very regular pace. And the other thing is, my intention as well is to actually make this channel a very broad channel, because I really want to have a place where I can actually express my passions. And one of my passions at this time and moment is actually to draw, and photography and videography and podcasting in general. So I really want to have shows whereby I'm actually interviewing people and we're having conversations, even if it's about trivialities or mundane things. I think we actually are living at a very rich time, and I really want to draw as much inspiration as possible from everybody who I come across. So I really don't want to be selfish and just dedicate this channel into content that is only around myself or around my art. I really want to bring everybody on board so that we can actually have um, a very rich experience, because life is only for the living, yes. And I think personally I'm limited because my own art and my own understanding is actually relatively related to what I've been through and my own experience and environment, which will actually limit me, because now I won't be able to express myself fully. I want to actually learn, and the only best way to learn is actually to interact with you guys. So, back to my point is, I really want to make this platform a very open platform for everybody else. So, that is a very long introduction. Also, I think I will be having a section whereby I will be going through books specifically, because right now the book that I'm actually reading is the I hope it's clear, the Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This is my current read, and I really think that books are also avenues of actually learning a lot, because it is a window to someone's life. And the moment that you read, you also get this massive experience, because you actually, in your own peace, in your own silence, you're actually consuming knowledge or content somebody actually took their time to curate, because it's actually takes a longer time to write. And I really don't think I should pitch reading as an lifestyle or as an habit that actually should be able to make you a bit smarter. I think reading is actually something that you should consider strongly as a way of life. That's very real. And I didn't want to make this video very long, so because I still don't think I am at the quality that I want, because I don't have a good camera at the moment. I do not have a good microphone at the moment, and I really don't have I didn't do a lot of planning prior to this video, so I know that I'll expect a lot of harsh comments about how the quality is horrible, but I know that already. My whole point is I just wanted to get my feet wet and to actually get myself back to the saddle and actually start producing content. So for me, that is it. And I will be hanging around for the next 15 minutes. Probably I'll be reading, and probably I just want to still acclimatize to the whole YouTube thing. So in the meantime, as I wait to see if anybody would be online so that we can actually interact, or if anybody will send me a chat so we can actually talk, I will be reading, because this is normally my time for reading. So if I get anything that's interesting, I'll still share it to you guys. If I'm actually do a quick review of this book, even though it's not really that much exhaustive, I think one of the most salient points that actually struck me when it comes to this book, The Psychology of Money, is the fact that money and emotions are tied together. Money can be a very emotional affair, and I think for me it might seem like it's a normal thing. It might seem like it's an obvious point, but I didn't actually realize how much emotionally connected money is, and how much our emotions and money, when they are not in sync, you can actually be in a very precarious position. So I think the psychology of money actually has taught me that you need to start taming your emotions if you actually want to tame your money, because money is just it's just an emotional reaction in a sense, because we actually tend to get emotionally triggered before we make any purchase, or before we buy any service or good. So actually realize that, and if you can actually control your emotions, that is like half the victory of actually your financial or your monetary victory. I like the words, but I think done. So again, excuse me for the quality of the video. Really working on that. I think I just have to start, because I respect the creative process, and I really didn't want to procrastinate me posting content in this channel because of hindrances such as a camera. So I think up to there, let me see if I can find anything else that I've actually. So if you will be watching this at a later time and it's not live, where there are pauses, please just forward the pauses, because I can't do the editing of live. And also, I hope to get comments on how I can actually make this better, criticism on how I can make this better. I'm actually looking for a particular chapter, because I think that was the most profound chapter in this book, and it actually dawned on me how sometimes we actually do not, we might have a whole wrong perspective when it comes to finances or money. And let me just go to the table of contents. It's chapter 9. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. I'm not sure you can, but chapter 9 actually says wealth is what you don't see. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. So I think this is actually very rampant when it comes to our social media age whereby everybody wants to show you how wealthy they are because they have an expensive watch, or they have an expensive car, or they have an expensive house, they have an expensive, just something that is very superficial in a sense. And yet this might actually be at the expense of something that they needed, or something that is fundamentally important. So I've actually noticed this when it comes to the cycles of friends that I used to have, and I'm not throwing stones or anything, but I realized that a lot of us, because of the scarcity mentality that we grew up in, and how we've been raised to actually think that the more you have, no, sorry, that the more you show is the more that you have. So you find that someone has maybe 1,000 shillings, and they'd spend their 1,000 shillings to buy something that is very unsustainably okay for their finances. So someone might buy some expensive shoes at the expense of food, or at the expense of an investment that they should have made. And this is because for us, we've actually been brought up in so much poverty, such that our reaction when it comes to money, or how to use money, is we actually spend money first and then we invest, which is actually oxymoronical, because what the rich people do is they actually invest money, then they spend the rest that is left over. So for us, we have actually been playing the status game for so long, because everybody who shows that they have a status by default is rich, and most of it is not necessarily true, because those who actually do that sometimes are actually strangled with debt because of their compensation and their coping mechanism, which is extremely, extremely wrong. So now I actually started redefining the whole process, and I've actually realized that a lot of peace of mind comes when you actually detach yourself from this status game, because now you don't have to buy those flashy shoes when you can make do with okay shoes and just invest the rest of the money. You don't have to go to that expensive restaurant when you can actually spend your time and spend that money in a more sustainable way, because most of it is actually interesting to me. What's interesting is because I realize that everybody is so much caught up in their own bullshit, such that nobody even cares to see how much of status you show. Everybody seems to be so busy in their own lives. You might end up being the fool, because now you've spent all the hard-earned money you had on something that is very ephemeral, if I may use that word. So I'm still waiting for anybody. I can see one person who's, I can see two people who are actually joining in, but let's wait until we get at least 10, so they can actually get the conversation going in the chats. And I can see someone is asking me which country I am from, and I'm from Kenya. Kenya is in Africa at the moment. And I can see someone else who's asking me when I will start my animation. So the problem I'm facing right now is the fact that when COVID struck, I was actually constrained financially, so I had to sell my equipment and give away my equipment, because of the fact that I could not make money at that point, and I actually needed the money. So right now I'm actually starting from, technically I'm starting from scratch, but I wanted to start posting content in this YouTube channel, so that I can actually get some traffic and actually get some feedback and some sense of direction as towards where I will be taking this YouTube channel. So probably I will be starting next maybe 2 weeks from now, because I've already ordered a laptop which I'll be using, and a graphics tablet. So hopefully in the future we might have live sessions whereby I will be drawing, or live sessions where I'll be doing all the animations, or storyboards, or maybe we'll be brainstorming or anything. But I think the next live sessions will have more interaction when it comes to animation. But for today, I just wanted to just get this live going, because I haven't really, really recorded anything in the past 4 years. It's been a very long time, so I really want to get my feet wet. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So I'll be running this live for 30 minutes, and I think I'll start allocating 30 minutes maximum every Friday night to actually have a live, and I hope I will get a few subscribers to actually join me during this live so that we can actually interact. Hopefully I might get better equipment, so we might actually get so thank you for watching. I think 21 minutes is enough time. So hopefully next week, next week Friday, we'll meet at the same time, starting 8 p.m. That is East African time, and hopefully by next week Friday I'll have equipment ready, so I might have better audio. Thank you for actually watching. If you can, please subscribe, and I think I'll catch you in the next video.